Good morning, friends. Welcome back to our little Oregon homestead. This morning, I'm out in the garden doing some more fall planting. Thanks for joining me out here this morning. So I just want to share a couple thoughts today. I have been talking a lot about the power of prayer and the power of trusting in God's plan for you, and fully stand behind that. There is no better way to find peace and guidance in your life. But I also wanted to touch on the other side of that. So this past week, I've really been thinking on and feeling super grateful for where we're at and what we have right now and where God has put us. Even with all the stress and the extra stuff added to it, it's right where I want to be. It's right where I know God wants us to be. So it's been amazing. But I also started thinking about how it shouldn't end there. Basically, prayer doesn't end with God's answer. Whether it's a yes or whether it's a no, it never stops there. I have a responsibility, an obligation to fulfill that prayer to God. So it's not just a matter of we're in this home now, we're in this on this property, I have this garden started. It goes beyond that. It's what's next with that? What am I doing with that to fulfill my side of my prayer to God? And I've really been thinking on and wanting to make sure that I'm not a person who just stops when I either get a yes or a no. There's so much more beyond that, and there's so much more that I can get out of it if I fulfill my end, if I take the baton and move forward with that. So that's where I'm at now. And I mean, part of it is doing what I wanted to be doing out here anyway, working this garden and using that in a way that is benefiting and serving others. So obviously part of it is serving my family. I'm going to use this garden, I'm going to use this space to serve them, to nourish them, to feed them. But I know that there's also more to that. I'm not quite sure what that looks like yet. I'm not quite sure if it's using this produce, these vegetables, eventually our cut flowers, if it's using it in a way to serve others somehow in the community. I I know there's a way. I know there's something that's working in my heart and a plan going through my mind. I'm just not quite sure what that looks like, but I know I want to use it some way to serve beyond my family, to serve beyond just my immediate need. And then the other part to that is also how I'm able to use my home to serve others. Basically, we were able to increase our square footage by, I think, like 1,000 square feet, so it was a good amount. And there's been some things come up this past week, some situations where that's going to be such a blessing to us and to others around us. Without going into too much detail, we get to use this home in a way that does serve others, and I know that this home was a prayer I had, and I know that I can go one of two ways. I can either be selfish with the space, I can be focused on what I want to do with this space and what I think should happen with this space, or I can use it to be a blessing to someone else. I can use it as a way to serve others and to really show who God is in my life and what He has done for me by trying and using as much as I can to do the same for others. So that's really what I wanted to share this morning, just that don't cut your prayer short by stopping when you have an answer. It goes beyond that, and there is so much more that you can get out of it personally, emotionally, spiritually, if you continue through if you follow through with your part of the prayer. It's what I've been really thinking on. The word that I've been really thinking on is fulfillment, and it's not fulfillment on God's part, it's fulfillment on my part. It's what I can do to fulfill my end of it. So I just wanted to take a second to encourage you guys to think beyond just your answer, just the yes or the no. It's what's next and what more can you get out of it, because there is so much more when we keep moving forward in that prayer, in that answered prayer, and it's pretty amazing. So thank you for joining me this morning. I am so excited to share moving forward the growth of this space that we have, the growth of our home that we get, and it's going to be such a fun journey. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.